All right, welcome to another walk and talk, political edition. So I had other things to talk about, but as of like 45 minutes ago, an hour ago, those went out the window because we got to talk about what happened with Charlie Kirk, who is a right-wing leaning YouTuber, but I would say like spokesman, because he's, in my opinion, he kind of, after this last election, he went above just simple YouTuber. I think it's pretty clear that he became very big voice for people on the conservative side, especially MAGA. He was shot at a rally in Utah, or a speaking event. I think it was at a college or a school of some kind, but either way, it was a speaking event. And it's bad. I mean, it's really, really bad. First and foremost, I hope he's all right. I know he's not, but I hope he's all right. Just the video, specifically the one that's very up close, which I will not go into detail on because it's bad. It does not look good. It doesn't look good at all. They did arrest the guy who did it. Looked like it was an old white man who was falling out of his pants. I don't know, I go back to what I said when the Minnesota stuff happened. It doesn't matter who did this. Only someone who is unstable would ever decide to escalate violence to this level. Only someone who's unstable. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. A normal, rational human being, regardless of ideology, would not do something like this. And I will say, pretty disappointed. I saw even people that I follow celebrating what just happened. Cheering it on, hoping that the worst outcome happens. And I could not disagree with that more. I despise that. I despise that. I think that is a horrible, horrible take. You need to defeat people with ideas, with better ideas, not with violence. And unfortunately, in our current society, it seems like violence is it's winning out. Everybody is demonizing people that they don't like to the degree where, we're not seeing each other as human beings anymore. Like, you either agree with me or you're not a human being. And once we go down that road, it's pretty much over. There's no coming back. This is how, mass killings and genocides and just all kinds of terrible things that could get even worse than we're at right now could happen. Again, I hope that he's all right. It is a little ironic. It's not lost on me that he is very pro-Second Amendment. And he has said in the past that basically it's worth it to have these shootings in order to keep the rights of the Second Amendment. I don't know what to say about that because if you guys know me, I think we need gun reform. I still think guns are fine. Guns in general have a specific use, but I think that we have allowed them to flood the system way too much. The fact that we have more guns here than pretty much in any other country in the world should show you that. But I also think it is a combination of that and our mental illness is getting pretty bad. We're not facing any of the real problems that we need to face with mental illness. People are more unhappy than ever, despite having more technology than ever, which actually might be a direct connection. But it also doesn't help when you're going to take away healthcare from millions of people, especially millions of people who, really needed it in Medicaid. I don't see how that's going to do anybody any good who's already struggling and can't afford their pills or can't afford their meds. I don't see how that's going to do anything. So we refuse to do anything about gun violence. We refuse to do anything about mental illness. And every single time it's the same song and dance. It's the who can we blame immediately, even if we don't have the facts. Like, we don't know what this guy's motivations were, but I'll tell you what they were. He's crazy. he's nutso. The Minnesota thing, that one really stood out to me because for about 3 days, the narrative was that guy was a left-winger because he had a No Kings sign in his car. And they were like, well, then he must have been a part of, that. And then it came out that, definitively, that he was a hardcore right-wing, crazy person, and that he was using that to basically get around and blend in. Like, even all of his family members, he told them that he had to do it because of the tyranny of what was going on, and then he went after Democrats. So, again, you can play the blame game all you want, but at the end of the day, you're going to get political violence on both sides. It's just going to happen. It doesn't matter. These people are crazy. They're insane. Don't immediately, throw them into one group and say, well, it's this is the problem. It's clear. They tried doing that with the trans issue lately by saying that it was trans people are the issue. It's not. It's if you are a specific person who can take violence to this degree, then you're a crazy person, and you should be labeled a crazy person. We need to stop doing the blame game, pointing fingers, wishing ill on each other. It's just not going to end well. Obviously, it isn't. Look at what we're doing right now. It's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And to any of my fellow left-wing people out there that are cheering this on, all you're doing is just opening up Pandora's box even further. You're just giving them an excuse to do even more while they currently have the power. It's not going to be good, man. There is no situation where this happening for him, his family, of course, for his supporters, or for the people who disagree with him. There's no situation where this ends well for anyone. This is just going to escalate things even further. It's disgusting, and I really hope he pulls through. I really wish I hadn't seen that video up close. That was some brutal stuff. But I wish you guys well. I hope that all of you are doing great, even if you're the ones that come in and tell me that I'm a woke TDS lib who has brain melt. I still hope as a person you're doing fine. I don't really have any issue with anybody on a personal level. But trying to send some better vibes out there today. We need it, because this is a really tragic bad day. All right, bye. Just an update at the end of the video. Unfortunately, it does appear that Charlie Kirk has died. This is just horrible. It's horrible. It's not good. There's no outcome where this is a positive. There's no situation where this is going to help anything or anyone. That poor man's family, the people that loved them. Like, this was a human being, even if a lot of people did not like him. Myself included. It doesn't matter. It's unacceptable. That's all I can say. This is unacceptable. We should not normalize this. There should not be any situation where this is normalized. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. That poor human being. Oh man, bad day today. Bad day.